listening to Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof on Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof on Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
God, that's forever that ending. All right. Welcome to Goof on, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Friday, January 6th, 2023. How the hell are we? You? That's about all the energy I got. I got it. That is it, kitten caboodles. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Hold on. We got to fix the screen here. I'm invisible. So let me put the fade in a little more. There you go. There. See there. So now that puts me at a 40 for this. All right. So welcome to the show. And how the hell are you guys? It is the weekend, isn't it? It's Friday. Please tell me I'm right. The last couple of days have been absolutely absurd, which I'm going to talk to. It is Friday the... Oh, you know what it reminds me of? Insurrection Day. Oh, it is. It is January. I forgot. Well, happy Insurrection Day. No good? Too soon? So I went out. By the way, I want to say hello to everybody. I'm not doing the roll call thing, especially tonight. I just don't have that kind of energy. But I see you. I love you. And I will say, hellos throughout the show and whatnot if I can. But look, I will go back to doing roll call, just not tonight. I don't have the energy for it. I mean, it may look like I do, but I don't. Trust me. I don't care. But I want to say thanks for everybody. We are nearing 10,000 subscribers at a record pace. It seems since we went on CURT JAIMUNGAL's show, the wheel's been spinning. Look, I already can hear the haters already. Oh, I don't know where the subs are coming from. All I can say is that they're coming at about 100 a day. And, to me, if I was looking at this on the outside, which I've done to everybody, if you have a channel, I looked at your channel, and I saw this type of activity, I would be like, wait a minute. What's going on? And believe it or not, I had a discussion about what if somebody can buy your channel subs. So I looked it up. Talked to a few people. Third Phase of Moon says there's no way. And I'm like, wait a minute. What if somebody's doing this and then they're going to come back and say, and I'm like, wait. They got to verify information that only I have. So there's no way people can buy subs for another channel. What the? Did you just see that? Why did this just happen? Why did the fourth wall come in? That's so weird. I still got that zit. I know. I picked at it too. But here we are nearing, I think it was almost 6 full months without getting a subscription because we were shadow banned. We got the strikes. We got a lot of hate. I mean, it was just off the charts, right? So I did something that I didn't tell anybody I was doing. I was writing YouTube, asking for them to please pull me from, I don't want to be shadow banned. Stop shadow banning me. I'm not doing anything wrong. Look at my channel. Look at, people try to strike me. I beat them. I won. I didn't do anything wrong. All right, maybe I got a couple hundred copyright claims. Who doesn't? But for the most part, please remove me. Nobody would ever get back to me. Nobody said, hey, create better content. No, well, that did happen once. That was a year ago. So, it makes me wonder if my voice got heard. And the people at YouTube said, hey, let's give this guy to 10,000. Then we'll turn it off. That's what I want to see. I want to see if it stops at 10,000. If it keeps going like this, I was happy where we were at 8,500 last week. I can't believe we're at 9,600. It's crazy. Never thought I would see 10,000 this soon. Probably won't happen. David Wilcox throwing down a Canadian $5. That right there, that is a nice gesture. David Wilcox, welcome to the show. Ouch. Ouch! Welcome to the show. I get the hint. All right, you want a roll call? Is that what you want? You want a roll call? Huh? Is that what you need a roll call? You actually need me to confirm you're here. Is that what I need to do? Thank you, David Wilcox. Welcome to the show. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think Coral's coming back. So I'm not looking for any assistance at this moment, but I will be removing Coral from here and seeing if anybody wants to do have access to StreamYard with me, and I already have somebody in mind. So I'm already going to ask one person. So I already have one person in mind. But I miss Coral, but I got I don't like missing your super chats and your important comments, and I will miss them if I'm alone. So Samo, where are you? Nope, can't make it. All right, no. Hey. All right. Whatever. Here we go. Andromeda Native, welcome to Sapphire Elf. Hey, nice to see you. Welcome to the show. Jesse Morrison, welcome to this show. Claudia Rodriguez, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, 10K coming. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Andromeda Native next week. It'll be here Monday or Tuesday at this rate. Conundrum. Oh. When I tell you my story, you'll know why I buckled right there. Oh, my God. Welcome to the show. Zach Diecast Monsu, welcome to the show. John Kindon, welcome to the show. Becca Wiles, welcome to the show. Hey, Den Bub, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Wait a second. I thought I'd been past it. Doc Skinner throwing down 1028 Productions and Entertainment, L.L.C. $5 super. Now that's a super dono. That means it's a donation with no message, no sticker. It's a super dono. Ah, you sister's ass. It's pure love. Oh my God, I haven't laughed in 2 days. I haven't laughed. Saw Avatar. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I enjoyed it. If I didn't feel like a big dick stick, I would have loved it 10 times more. I loved it. I actually really enjoyed it. Thanks, Doc. Doc Skinner, who is now on the friends list on GoofOn. If you go down, you can see. Yep. Well, I think you've been there. I added Michigan UFO sightings and paranormal reports to there. Nathan from Quantum channel. Into Thin Air. Alien Girl. And I got to add Dark Sky Files. I got to add you on there too. I don't think I did. But thanks, Doc, for the super chat. You didn't have to do that, but I'm glad you did. Thanks, man. If you guys want to help support this stream, we've been doing the work. We do the work. Go almost 20 years. 19 years this year. April 15th. It'll be 19 years I'm in this field. Yeah. 17 years doing the show. Fucking 17. Man. Don Mofo. Super Dono. $2. A continuing supporter of GoofOn like Doc Skinner. Thank you very much for the support. Don Mofo. And welcome to the show. I'm just remembering, I can't believe it's almost 2 decades. That's crazy. Don Mofo, thank you for the $2 super dono. Dono. It's a donation with no emoji, no sticker, and no comment. It's pure love for GoofOn. Thank you, Don Mofo, and welcome to the show, bro. Andromeda Native. I almost said Andromeda News. I think I said, what the hell? Say it again. Welcome to the show. Hellfire Studios. When I put you in, that sounds really bad. On Twitter, when I'm putting in at Hellfire Studios, 3 show up. Hellfire Studios 1, Hellfire Studios 2, and then there's a Hellfire Studios with a gray and black emblem, not red. So I don't know if that's you. Tell me what to do. Welcome to the show. Diane Boss, welcome to the show. Good to see you. And thank you for saying hello earlier. Hey, Wood Elf. Didn't you take an S out of there? Wasn't it Woods Elf? Wood Elf. Wood Elv. Sorry. It's Wood Elv. She left, then your subs went up? What do you mean she left? Nobody left. I don't know. I don't understand. What happened? What did I say? Did I say somebody left? No. What I said, I was on CURT JAIMUNGAL's show last week. The largest podcast in this field and, abroad. It's a pretty big show. Pretty big. What, he's got 100,000 subs? And Amy and I were invited to go on there. And we showed up. We're at 6. He got us on about 6:35. And there were over 1,000 people there live. That was when the show was peaking. And the next day I wake up And I see Amy has subs, and I'm like, oh, what'd you get? 35, 40, 50 subs, and I got 50. And then it went to 80. Then later on in that next day, and then the next night, then there was another 100. And then another. And now I'm curious, and I'm like, wait a minute. This is like clockwork. 100 subs a day? I have no qualms telling you people, I don't know what's going on. I don't know where it came from. I tried to find where it's coming from. It can't all be from CURT JAIMUNGAL, can it? I don't even think he got 600,000. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't think he got that many subs on the show doing this. Something's off. I don't like it. Hey, there's people out there who can mess with you. I don't know why they'd want to give me fake subs. They're all real. That's why this is real. Nobody can buy subs for you. It's just freaky. So it hasn't stopped. 2 nights ago, I was at 5,400. I was with Third Phase of Moon in Gainesville. And I'm like, it's 100 a day, man. I just hit 9,000, because of the little boost I got from CURT JAIMUNGAL, and it hasn't stopped. I said, next week I'm going to be at 10,000 if it stays this way. And the last day and a half, 36, 48 hours, I really wasn't watching anything online or, nothing. So when I saw it today, I said, oh my God, it's at 9,600. It shows 95 on the channel, but for my studio, it says 9644. But on the channel, it said 9588 or something. Yeah, it was off. But it'll grow. Anyway, I don't know what's going on. Welcome to the show, everybody. If I didn't say hi, it doesn't mean I don't love you. Just got to keep going, man. Andy Cowley, Zach Diecast, Monsoon. Welcome to the show, guys. Metalhead, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. And everybody else, thank you. Brandon, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, I don't know. Anybody here at the front door? Who's here at the front? Oh, Andy Cowley. Andy Cowley? Andy Cowley throwing down a super dono of £4, £4.50. Holy Moses. Thank you very much. I appreciate the gesture. That is a nice mucho gusto generoso supportso. And that is a nice mucho gusto generoso supportso. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know why that was on. I must have had it up. That's what she said. What? Nothing. Huh? Andy? Thank you, man. I appreciate the support. You've been around for a couple of years, I think, right? I appreciate the support every time. Thank you very much. Mucho gusto, generoso. What's up, Mike Geometria Nerd 444? Wasn't I on your channel the other day during a live show, like in the chat room? I think I was. I think you were. I think that was you. It didn't say Mike Geometria Nerd. But I don't know. I thought maybe you saw. I don't know if it was you, but they were talking about Devin Hamlin. Is that the guy's name who passed out on the football field? I don't know if that was you, but there was a guy whose name said Geometria. I thought it was you. What's up, man? It's been a minute. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, the last time we saw you was, I don't know, feels like a year and a half. So nice, man. Nice to see. We didn't burn bridges, right? Because we're smart that way. Nice. Good to see you back. Nice visit. Happy New Year to you and yours too, bro. Darts Master, good to see you back. How you doing? I know you've been here, but I'm just saying it. I don't know. Sparite Castle, how you doing? Sparite, Diamond Dog, Jim Davison. I just feel like I needed to do a little bonus hellos. Jesse, how you doing? 300 different emails, huh? I don't know what's going on in there. Bill Nice, what do you say? How do you be? So I want to get to, Scotty Brown. Let's talk about Scott. No, I'm joking. I'm just saying. I'm bullshitting. Good to see you, man. Happy New Year to you and yours as well. Tim Freestone throwing down $2. Damn it, boy. Happy to see you're okay. Oh, my God. Hey, you know, I'm going to start talking about that now because what happened to me, Tim, I would never want to wish this on anybody. And I could already tell I'm getting emotional. It's emotional to only me because I know what happened was so strange. Like, it wasn't paranormal. It was just something I never experienced. And I wanted to share what happened. I even made a video for the members, which I will post after. I do not want that. I know it'll eventually make it out there somehow, but I will post that after the show. I'm not even going to edit it. It was when I was driving home. I mean, there's 2 videos I have when I was driving home. Because what happened is I met Third Phase in Gainesville, Florida. Tim, thanks. I appreciate it, man. I didn't mean to just give you a short thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I just went right into it. Appreciate the support. Of course, you know I do. Thank you. Appreciate that. So I drive down there. I felt fine. You know, I wasn't sick. I was actually pretty good, actually, you know, for me. And we met at Regal Movie Theater to see Avatar 2. And we got in, we got these seats, man. They reclined all the way back. There was a subwoofer under everybody's seat. So when, oh my God, I mean, it shook, it rattled, but it wasn't too much. Almost. Some parts were like, all right, but you know, you're like, all right, it felt good though. But I got a big, medium was big popcorn with a lot of butter and a large, well, it was a medium Pepsi, which was huge. And I haven't had a Pepsi in ages. And to me, it was like candy. I was sucking that thing down, eating popcorn. 2 things I shouldn't have been doing. And I told Brent and probably Blake, and Cameron was there too, Brent's son. I said, I'm going to get sick from this. I just know it. But I didn't really think I would. Honestly, I felt fine. When the movie ended, I already knew I was in trouble. Because I ate most of it in the first half of the movie. 2.5-hour movie. I ate half of the bag. It was a lot. I shouldn't have even had a kernel. And I drank most of that Pepsi, and I shouldn't have had any of that. I'm a diabetic, right? So I know I'm feeling it, but it'll pass. But a storm came, and Third Phase of Moon actually recorded it. I recorded it, and they made a video about it. I don't know if they posted it. I can't remember if they did, but I can show you some of mine. And it was freaking unbelievable, the storm that just came out of nowhere. 40, 50 mile an hour downdraft, thunder and lightning, one after the other, and the rain was like an inch in 20 minutes probably. It was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Stuff was getting blown all over. People were, ducking for cover. Workers were hiding. It was a good 20 minutes. But all this running around, I'm having this in my stomach, mixing up in a big bowl of Pepsi and stomach acid and popcorn. So a few minutes after, about maybe 30 minutes, they ran through the storm to the car. I ran to my car, which was much closer than theirs. And I went to the store to go get Mylanta. It was the Y that threw me off. So I go to Publix and I get it. And I drink it. And instead of calming down the heartburn I was having, it enraged it. And when I went out to the parking lot, I could feel the saliva building in my mouth, like, when you have to throw up. And I'm like, oh, fuck, no, come on. So I drank more of it. And it worked. And it shut me down. I just guess I had to take more of it. Whatever happened, it worked for that moment. Anyway, now I'm wearing shorts and a shirt like this, and they're wearing a leather bomber jacket, jeans, and, thick shoes for all-terrain weather, I guess. And I'm sitting out here in tennis shoes. Now, it got cold after it rained, and I started to shiver a little bit, but I liked the cold. It didn't mind. Just my legs were cold. But the shivering is never a good thing for me, I've noticed over the last year. It triggers my insides, I think. I don't know. But I started feeling a little bit off. And then I was hungry, though. Like, I'm hungry when I feel these things. Come on. So they ordered some Chick-fil-A, and I had chicken fingers, and I had one. And then I guess about the time it takes to go from chewing it to hit my stomach, when it hit my stomach, I went, uh-oh, in my mind. And I saw Blake look at me. He saw me, like, do this after I ate, like, uh-oh, shit, my stomach, because it's happened. I know that feeling. And, I don't eat. I drink all my meals, right? I've been trying to get back into eating regular food again, but I can't keep anything down. That's what I went to the hospital for and all this. But anyway, so I started getting really sick. We went to bed at midnight. I was exhausted. I was cold. It's like 12:15-ish. And I'm in bed, and I'm trying to get comfortable, and I lay on my side in a little fetus position. And I said, okay, I'm not going to get sick. I'm not going to get sick. And I fell asleep, which is very rare for me to fall asleep. But anytime I go out of town or I visited the Cousins brothers, I like different places. I fall asleep in them better. I don't know what it is. I like strange areas. I could fall asleep on a bus. I could fall asleep on an airplane, but I can't fall asleep in my own house. Anyway, I fell asleep, woke up at 5:15, and I didn't feel good at all. But everybody was really, like, Brent and Cameron were only 10 feet away from me, but the doors were closed. I can hear some noises of sleep in the background. And Blake's on the other side in the master bedroom. And the bathroom was directly across. I didn't want to throw up. I didn't want to, because I would have woken everybody up. And what was happening was happening on a quick level. Like, it's happening, and I don't want to throw up in the house. And also, I started feeling weird here. My brain started acting weird, like having these racing thoughts. Like when I can only liken it to this, and this is the best example I can give anybody out there. For anybody who's ever stayed up 2 nights in a row or 1 night, and then you try to go to sleep, but you can't. But you have to. You're so tired, but you can't sleep because your mind is away. I've never had this before. I've never experienced this before, ever, right? I thought I had a little bit of it a week ago, but for some reason, the thought was go home. Go home. It's only 90 minutes away. So I waited 45 minutes before I made that decision to leave. And I didn't want to leave. That's why I didn't leave when my body told me to. I did not believe this was happening. And I'm sitting there and I go, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I don't want to leave. They're going to be mad. I gotta write something to them. I got to leave a note. And I couldn't find a pen. And I usually have one with me. And I didn't because I left it home. I didn't put it with me. I didn't take it. I didn't want to go outside, make any noise because I know I have a pen in the car. So I just decided I'll email them. They'll know I'm gone in the morning, that my car won't be there. But I had to go. I knew if I stayed, I would have made everybody be like, are you okay? Are you okay? What's going on? And then they would have to leave and go do their thing and have fun while I'd be home not feeling well. So I left. I thought it was the right decision. Now that I look back, it was definitely the right decision. But I emailed them, and driving home, I made a video when I was driving. I have some of it. I mean, I could show you a little bit. Why not? Just so you get an idea. Just so you get an idea of what it was like at that time. Now, this thing with the brain scared me beyond belief. When I got home, I think it was 7:30-ish. Can't remember. It wasn't that late. And I immediately went to the bathroom to throw up. Beautiful. Perfect. Did it. Started feeling okay. But my brain was still going. I felt like I needed to lay down, sleep, or else I wouldn't be right. It's like I had 10 cups of coffee, but my body wanted to sleep and it can't. And my brain just kept having, and I talked to Alien Girl today about this. She called me. She was the first person I talked to when I got home from the hospital, and she was like, Richie, and she was telling me, things that she knows about people's experiences. And I'm like, that's exactly it. It was racing thoughts. They were thoughts that were racing. Like, I'll give you an example. It was like, watch TV, go outside, go for a walk, get in your car. All these things happening at once. And I'm like, shit, what the stop it. And I'm like, stop. Like, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? This is why I didn't stay in Gainesville, because I'd be doing this. So I fell asleep eventually. But the next night was, it was awful. That day going into the night, it was like I was having a nervous breakdown. See, I don't carry my work with me where I go. I'm not a stressed out person at all. Like, I'm really not. Like, I worry about bills, but I'm not like, I'm gonna die. I've never been that dude. Never. My ex-girlfriends and my ex-wife are like, aren't you upset? I'm like, yeah, but what good is it gonna do? I mean, here you see me this way because it's about a passionate thing, but when it comes to bills and whatnot and serious stuff that matters in life, I'm pretty coherent and very level-headed, and I do the right thing, I think. I try to anyway, but I never experienced anything like this. It was as if somebody else was, I've said that before. I said this many, many times on the show. I said, today I had an experience where it felt like for a few minutes, like somebody else was in my body, in my brain, making decisions for me. I felt like my home, that was just a familiar place, but it wasn't mine. And I remember telling you guys about that. And then, we laugh about weed. We laugh about, take some LSD and, you'll see things. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's too much weed. Actually, I tried smoking pot when I woke up, and it made it so bad that I wound up breaking down in tears. Like it's so, I can't explain it. And if anybody's gone through this, I don't know what bipolarism is like. I don't know what schizophrenoid is, being schizoid or having dementia or Alzheimer's. I don't know what that's about. I know my father has Parkinson's. My grandmother had Alzheimer's. This isn't neither or either. I hope it's just a one-off and this never happens again. Because I did want to die. I did. I had thoughts of me getting in my car and driving into a tree, driving into a brick wall. If I had a gun near me, I would, God forbid, to get out of this insanity that I was feeling, I would have pulled the trigger. That's how bad it was. I told my mom this morning. I said, if this happens again, I'm offing myself. Oh, stop it. She says, you're fine now, aren't you? And I'm like, wow. I go, okay, Ma, now I know where I get it from. But she was there all night. She stayed. God bless my mom. 80 years old. And then like when I was over their house and like every little noise was amplified. It was really weird. And I've heard of targeted individuals go through this. People who are targeted by electronics and, you know, they put thoughts into people's heads. And I didn't hear anything. Thank God. Nobody talked to me. I didn't hear Richard. Can you hear me? Richard, kill yourself. Richard, the dog is the devil. I didn't hear anything. Swear to God. But I felt like I could have. It was awful, just awful. And I don't know if any of you suffer from anxiety. But if this is what anxiety attacks are like, I am so sorry. I had no idea. The worst thing I ever experienced. I mean, it really was. I've been sick throughout my life. I had meningitis, which was really bad. That was bad. I had strep throat numerous times. No way. Now, I could go work out right now. I haven't eaten, I haven't eaten much. But my body wants to go work out. Anyway, I have the video I'm going to play you. I was going to put this, I'm only going to show you a minute or two, just to give you an idea, but I'm going to put this on for the members only. So this was, I believe, when I was driving home, about a minute in, I believe, is when I get into it. Just to get an idea that this is what's going on. I'll tell you. Yeah, the lighting's low on purpose.
It hurts to talk. I don't feel like talking. Okay? It just sucks.
Oh no, this is this morning.
Every breath I take, I feel like.
Oh, okay. This was when I was on my way to my parents' house. And I didn't. Oh yeah, I forgot all about this. Yeah, on my way to my parents, I went to go. Wait, I'm losing my memory here. Yeah, I went to my parents' house last night at 5:30ish. I can't remember if it was 5:30 or 6. My mother says, please come over, and that's right. And then went to the hospital. That's right. And I took this video on the way there as I was peaking in this insane experience I was having. Targeted individual, I am not. I think this has to do with my stomach issues, my thyroid, my diabetes. But I'm here. Let's work out. Let's just live life. Yeah, believe me, I'll be better next week. Don't worry about me. Please don't worry.
About to throw up. I was in Gainesville with the Cousins brothers yesterday.
I couldn't talk loud, so turn up the volume. It hurt to talk.
I just couldn't get better.
This was after me throwing up for about 10 hours straight, on and off.
I just started feeling sicker. So I slept for about 4 hours. I woke up at 5:30 this morning. I was really out of it. And my brain just won't shut off since. It's like, I can't explain it. It's like mini anxiety attacks. I've never had it. Never had anxiety attacks before. eaten in 36 hours. Just...
But don't worry about it. Everything's fine. This is what we have to do in our lives. Document things that happen. And I'm an open book to you guys, just in case there's somebody else out there who's going through this. I thought I would show you guys part of this. And when the members see it after a month, I'll post that whole video. I don't cry in it. It just hurt to talk. And my voice was cutting out like that, you know. So, interesting. Because I remembered a conversation I had with somebody a couple of years ago. And they were claiming they were a targeted individual. And that thought really didn't enter my mind until this around this time. I was just sitting there talking, and it just came on my mind. Like, wait, I remember a guy who was a targeted individual, and he said that he was targeted, and they would slowly build up to making him go insane. He thought he was going insane and all this stuff. And I said, how'd you get out of it? He said, I moved. And I said, they didn't find you? I guess not. And I said, well, what if we're inadvertently targeted individuals? And I don't mean that the government is doing it. I'm meaning I live in a place that's over 45 years old, and my home's 44 years old now. I'm wondering if because this place was put together shoddy. Whoever built these put them together as fast as they can. I'm surprised they stood up to any winds. I'm wondering if I'm feeling the effects of some of these things that are happening with like some maybe old equipment next door. Like I'm getting some of that, what is it? What do they call that? You guys know, what is it called? I don't know. It's the same thing that comes out of the Wi-Fi and all that shit. I'm wondering if that's something that's having an effect, but you'd think it would happen to everybody around here, but everybody vibrates differently. What can really be annoying to one person may not be annoying to the neighbor. So depending on how you vibrate, right? That's exactly true. Hey, you could be in a house with your mate, your spouse. You could have all the side effects of this shit that's going on with the electronics, and they may not. How's that? If we're all the same species, oh, that's right, we all vibrate differently. I'm not sure about that. I'd like to see my aura. What is my aura? Somebody told my one day my aura was all purple. Oh yeah, I feel purple. Today I feel green. Dark yellow. Like my puke. Oh. I got all these, I'm like sore all over from, you know, I don't like saying it. All right. That's what happened. I'm not going to keep going on forever about it because I've got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. So that's what happened. Let me show you a video from the storm that we went through. Let me see if Third Phase posted it. I can't remember if they did. I know they made a video. We were going to try to get on the news with the video from the storm. No, I don't think they have it posted. So I'm going to show you here. Let me get that video here. Yeah. Here it is. Should be 3 minutes and 30 seconds. There it is. This is pretty cool. This is what happened when we walked outside from the movie. This is like, well, right now we're getting some sort of downburst. It's some sort of major storm. Oh no! Oh, we're just all of a sudden a downburst. The storm just started. All right, hold on. I just got notice here. Third Phase of Moon, luckily, was watching, and they said, "Oh yeah, we sent you the storm." So I'm gonna use their video because we had 3 different cameras going at this time. Just because the storm was out. My camera, Blake's camera, and also Cameron, their son, or Brent's son. Damn it. Still get that mixed up after all these years. I'm downloading. Oh, it's done. Okay, hold on. Let me get back to you guys. Oh, I'm going to try doing what... Oh, I wanted to use that video presentation thing that you showed me on StreamYard. I'm so stupid. Yeah, this... All right, so I'm going to have to do that. It's playing and I don't want it to. Hold on. Hold on, kids. I'm going to try. Video file. Here we go. I got it. This is going to work. It's loading. I've never done this before, so I want to see if it works. It's going to take a second, but here we go. This is like, well, right now we're getting some sort of downburst. It's some sort of major storm. Oh, no.
Here it comes. Go.
Oh, we're just, all of a sudden, a downburst. The storm
my nipples
started happening here. We walked out of the movie theater and yeah, everything.
Here it comes.
Oh, yeah.
So we just watched Avatar, right? And then we stepped out and there's a microburst coming down.
It's amazing. It's like, what, 35, 40 mile an hour winds, thunder, lightning.
Get in there.
Chance of, there's a chance of tornado.
There's a tornado right there. Right in it.
Dude. Ha! Get out of there. Tornado.
We're in a vortex.
It is. It's happening as we speak. This is amazing. We're now watching a storm just out of nowhere, just appearing. It was nice out.
Look, the vortex is still going.
Close enough. Oh, wow, it got cold now.
Shit.
Didn't it? Oh, let's go in.
We gotta go back in.
Oh, shit. Thanks, bro. It's now literally pouring. We're probably going to get a good half-inch of rain in a few minutes, or an inch, who knows? But it's here. We did it. Man, that was just crazy. We walked right out and here it was. We could have gotten the cars if we tried, once we
could have, right?
Yeah, right when we got out, we could have. I still have the microphone.
Yeah, it's still going.
Wow, this is really strange. It's I'll go over here. Yeah, let's come up here.
Go around the bend here. We're hitting it. Oh, big lightning strike. Okay, hit it across the street. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Shit. Fuck. Come on. And hurry up. Hit it. Go, get in the car. Whew. Made it. Lightning storm.
And that's that. That was fun. And it worked on StreamYard. I can't believe this. Removed from studio. Huh. That was so easy to do. So I as I was watching that video, I was looking at the chat room to see what you guys were talking about. And I saw some interesting comments going back on what I was talking about when I was mentioning targeted individuals. I'm still going to the doctor, but I am not going to tell the doctor about that. And I saw Mike say that they will try to commit you. And then Raw News TV said this. I know a lot of you lay in bed and hear a low vibrational frequency that sounds like a piece of heavy equipment running. That's how sensitive we are to frequency and flux and change now. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Like in the wintertime, I can hear my neighbors. Now, I went outside to find out where this low hum was coming from. And it was a block and a half away when I went outside around 4 in the morning. And because I'm usually up, and I hear, and I'm like, is that, no, ceiling fan's not on. And then I listen to the heating blanket. No, it's not my phone. It's not the TV. And I'm trying to find this. I go outside and I don't hear it. And I turn this way. I turn north. No, I turn south and I hear it. And I turn north and I don't. But it was coming from a block and a half away. It was from just some house having their heater on, and it never turned off. The heater never turns off. Hated it in the wintertime, hearing that. It's like that's all you hear. You know, it's like, God, why, it's so far away. Why am I hearing it? And then, you put your headphones on, you don't hear it anymore. What's this? Rich got bubbles in his cerebral spinal fluid. For anyone who feels they are targeted individuals, visit Targeted Justice online. Please do. The optical wavelength converter device, it's in all the towers, your smart meters and your routers in your homes. There was something else you said, though. Is this it? Optical wavelength converter device, able to project images and sound frequency into the brain, making people think they hear voices and see things that are not there. It's a real device, patented DARPA. Yeah, it's a real device. Did you know they used one of those devices when Trump came to Phoenix, Arizona in 2016? To disperse the crowds. Yeah, it was on the news and everything. They showed them using it and people going like this. Pretty weird that they would use that. That was at the time, when it was getting crazy with Trump. Real crazy. And he started going everywhere. What's this? Who's in Kissimmee? I'm in Kissimmee this week. This week? All right. Well, wait. This week's over, bro. What's this? Views was making some comments. Cults all do this, and cults are intelligence ops descended from occultist traditions in OTO masonry, etc. I've heard of that, something like that. Yeah, we don't know. What's this? Electric radiation can also be a trigger. Well, I don't turn the heat on here, so it's not me. You want to know something I just remembered before the show? When I was in the backyard with Brett and Blake, and I didn't stand up. I was playing this game, toss these little bean bags into a little hole, and I was playing Cameron. And then after I lost, I walked over to Brent and Blake. They were standing there, and I said, I hear a high pitched noise. I heard a high pitched noise. But you know what happens. It's if you have high blood pressure, poor circulation, you make one move. Like if you're sitting down for an hour and then all of a sudden you stand up and you're one of those people with high blood pressure or with poor circulation, you may get that ringing in your ears. You may also hear your blood flowing towards your ears, but a lot of people think they're being attacked. Do you know that solar activity is being created by... Oh, we already said that. All right. A lot of stuff from Raw News TV. Good job, man. You had a tornado yesterday. Excuse me, not yesterday, day before. I got on video on both my channels. Yeah, that was 2 days ago for us. It is. It is. The laws here suck, and our governor took $800,000 from Harvey Weinstein's best friend, the head of WeatherTech. LOL. He also took no less than $50,000 in donations, some of it stolen NFT Democrat money. God dang it, those leftist mumbo jumbos, old bang jangles. Ron DeSantis sucks here in Florida. He took $800,000. Yeah. Why? No, come on. Stop that. Governor, stop spamming. Don't spam the same thing. That's a no-no. Yeah, this is what's happening to me. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's what might be happening to me. You're probably going through ascension symptoms. Your body's purging. Oh, it's gotta be that. What a freaking couple of 2 days, guys. Never again. If that happens again, I'm dead. Because I won't go through it again. I won't. I don't know what I'll do. Alien girls here, yahoo! So I was watching a lot of TV while laying in bed. And they have this show, Leah Remini. Remember her from The King of Queens? She was the wife. Well, that was 20 years ago or so, right? King of Queens. She got her lips done, and her upper lip doesn't move, and it covers her teeth. And as she talks, it's just, the next puzzle coming up, she looks like she's a puppet. It's the weirdest thing. And then they don't keep the camera on her. Oh, God, it looks like I lost a lot of weight. I probably lost like 7 or 8 pounds of water. All right. I've got some stuff we got to talk about. So let's get back to work. All right. Seriously. Skinwalker Ranch. I'm going to play this from Stephen Greenstreet, the New York Post. You have got to hear this. I know a lot of you haven't. If you haven't, the link to this will be in the show description when we're done tonight. I don't put the links in there until after the show because I never know if I'm going to get to the videos. So here we go. I'm just going to start it from here. Check out, listen, and enjoy. And then I'll be right back. Oh, I got to play it smaller screen from now on. That's how you stay safe.
6 years.
It's obvious. I'm going to lower the volume a little bit. You're just going to have to listen.
Fugel is trying to distance himself from the outlandish stories of the Bigelow era, calling some of them ridiculous. However, on the History Channel show that he produces, he takes a different tone.
In the early 90s, Robert Bigelow bought Skinwalker Ranch, and his team conducted a very aggressive scientific investigation. The Bigelow team ended up having all sorts of strange things happen.
With spooky music and dramatic effect, the Bigelow stories of the past are used to amplify, support, and validate Fugel's current endeavors. The story of a bulletproof wolf creature, for example, is presented a few times in Fugel's show, with a very legitimizing tone.
A very large wolf came in off the plains. The father then went inside, got a weapon, and came out and started shooting at it. Point blank, right here, shooting at the wolf.
Bulletproof wolf creature, for example, is presented a few times in Fugel's show, with a very legitimizing tone.
A very large wolf came in off the plains. The father then went inside, got a weapon, and came out and started shooting at it. Point blank, right here, shooting at the wolf.
They encountered these giant wolf-like creatures that the Native Americans would refer to as skinwalkers.
See, why would these people lie? I always wondered about that. It's not like they got rich off of Skinwalker Ranch, right? But they did get a nice chunk of change from Bigelow. Or did they? I think they gave it away practically, right? To Bigelow. I don't get it. See, that's why Bigelow stayed there for so long. Because there's so much evidence. We still don't have any evidence over there. Brandon Fugel doesn't care. This guy shouldn't even have a show. I don't understand why he's even in it. We know who pays for everything. Stop showing up on your helicopter. Next thing you know, he's going to be coming in on a hoverboard. Yeah, and we all need one, right? If he comes in on a hoverboard, I'm a fan. But he comes in on his helicopter like he's an Avenger or some sort. You know what? You know what's up.
And we're literally impervious to gunshots.
As we previously reported, Robert Bigelow never presented any evidence at all to support any of his claims about wolf creatures or other monsters at Skinwalker Ranch.
So let's stop there. And I'm going to take you over to a video I saw that was posted by somebody on Twitter where Greer talks about doing CE5 with cows. Okay, so let me pull that up. And we got to go over some videos from Tom Skywalker. This guy is losing his mind. There's a real cool, oh my God, I got videos to show. Nolan. I'm looking for the video. I don't know where I put it. Where is it? I got Mick West to talk about. I got Hal Putoff coming up. Here we go. All right, this is from UFO. There we go. Check this out, kiddies. Just got to listen to it.
We were in this big meadow, and there were all these beautiful cows that were in the meadow, and they came around and made a circle around our circle, laid down, and then meditated with us.
You heard it here second. The cows laid around and meditated with them. In the name of the Father and the Son and the alien ghost.
We had these amazing contact experiences up on this hill with these cows. We were in this big meadow, and there were all these beautiful cows that were in the meadow, and they came around and made a circle around our circle, laid down, and then meditated with us.
I tried defending Greer today because he was a guest on this other show, and I said, hey man, just take away CE5 and you guys would be calling Greer the Messiah of ufology. You know it. Take away the CE5 and you have a Messiah in ufology. Now, I want to play this again because I did a few days ago and I'm not sure I paid attention. George Knapp and Jeremy Corbell were part of the CURT JAIMUNGAL guests that came on that day. And they were just dropping bombs left and right. They're saying 2023, there's going to be some major things happen. I mean, just watch here. Let me just pull it up. I played this. Did I play this? I think I may have played this, but I don't think we ever talked about it. I think I just played a minute of it because it was 5 minutes, but tonight's a little different. You know what? I'm going to try something new. Hold on. Let's see if this works. Video file. Can I do that? Nope, can't do it that way. Okay, now I just learned that. Share screen. Da-ba-da. There we go. Oh, wait. A couple of super chats came in. Wait a second. I didn't see these. I'm sorry. Hold on. I don't want to miss. Hey, UFO chick. That UFO chick is here. There you are. Nice to see you. You are a rational person. I follow you on Twitter. Into Thin Air is here. Goofon, you doing any guests? I'll jump in for a bit. In a little bit, if you have any time for it. Let's see how the show goes. But thank you, Into Thin Air. It's a possibility, bro. I appreciate that offer, too. FAP. Siegfugel. Siegfugel. All right, I'm going to play the video, but I want to say thank you to Missy. Maybe he can help those sheep and cows that have been going in circles for 14 days all over the world. All over the world. Yes, Missy. Greer is the cow whisperer. Greer can make a cow drop 2 quarts of milk just by snapping his fingers. Greer is the messiah of cows. May the CE5 become chocolatey. David Wilcox. Oh, by the way, Missy. Mucho gusto, generoso. Tell Mr. Hubby hi. David Wilcox throwing down a Canadian 5 bones. That's utterly ridiculous. Oh boy, Johnny. That's utterly ridiculous. You know, that's worth more than 5. That was funny, actually. Thank you very much. I like the comedy. It is utterly ridiculous. You got that correct. Thanks, David. Mucho gusto, generoso. All right, I'm going to play the video. Hey, what's up, Michigan UFO sightings and paranormal encounters? Oh, I put you as Michigan UFO sightings and paranormal reports on my channel by accident. I'll fix it. Sorry. Oh, that's okay. We know we were waiting for you. Okay, here we go. Let's take a listen and let's break this down a little bit. I'm already mad. I'm already mad.
Looking forward to it. George and I have some stuff coming out, a lot of stuff we've covered that we're going to be able to reveal a lot more information on, direct witness testimony. Just you're going to hear from people that you wouldn't expect you'd be able to hear from. Stuff.
Oh, yeah. I remember this. You're going to hear from people and see things that you never heard from and never saw before. Come on. How? Okay, look. He's doing what psychics do. Oh, looks like you're going to have some good days. You're going to have some bad days. But other than that, you know, that's what he's saying. And we're going to have people you never heard speak before. We're going to have evidence you never seen before. Well, thank God for that. Jesus, that's what we should be hearing. Yeah, that's par for the course, dillhole.
Stuff George and I have talked about, but now you get to hear it directly from those individuals. So I know in January that the UFO subject is going to blow up again because new information.
All right, January's already over a week. Got 3 more weeks to go there, Mr. Liar, Mr. I can't keep a promise to be on Rich's show. We should give him a call.
Information will be coming to light.
It's great. This was an exciting year. The end of the year, the signing of the NDAA, and what that means moving forward. I mean, it's great in a sense. It's sort of to coin the old cliche. It's sort of the end of the beginning, not the beginning of the end, because we're finally as a society moving toward trying to figure out, are these real, and are genuinely asking the question. And of course, Kurt, as you have learned, the answer is yes, they are real. And now maybe, you know, in the years to come.
Wait a second. Hold on. Okay, hold on a second. I got a little bit of a fog over here. Let me turn on the fan. So, George Knapp, it'll go away. Don't worry about it. George Knapp just said what? And I'll tell you why I'm playing this part over.
You know, in the years to come, Arrow, NASA, various scientific organizations that are now openly interested in the topic can address the bigger questions, the really important ones. Where are they from? Why are they here? Who are they? What's their interest in us? You know, once we get beyond the obvious question that our society has struggled with for 75 years, then we can start digging into the good stuff. And
so what have we been doing the last 5 years? Not digging into the good stuff, George? Or are you just going to give us some more Bob Lazar and Skinwalker cash? Is that what you're going to do, George? because I haven't seen anything new. And the videos you're supplying to Jeremy Corbell aren't UFOs. And look, you also said that the government admitted that UFOs are real, but then they came out with that report, remember, at the end of the year in 2022, where they said those videos weren't UFOs, they were trash bags, drones, and other stuff. Birds, bags, and balloons. It's what I like to say to 3Bs, not the Better Business Bureau. You see the contradictions. You see how George and Jeremy, they're all about making believe they're working on new shit. They are, but it's not for me or you. It's for them. It's just to further advance them. It has nothing to do with anything. And look, Jeremy Corbell, everything he's given, everything he's shown was given to him by George Knapp through his connections. We all know that. And Jeremy's made his own connections. But does it make sense to you now that they're not getting real evidence from the military, the CIC, off of, vessels and shit like that? Like, what person in the Navy, Army, Air Force, Marine, Space Force would put their career on the line for Corbell? Why do you think they gave him shitty videos? Here, show this. We think it's a pyramid. You can say that, or a triangle. I don't know. Whatever you want to use, Jeremy. We don't know what it is. Maybe an airplane or a drone. Call it what you want. There you go. Nobody can verify it either. Isn't that great? Who is this by? That's what I just told you. Nobody can verify it. Just say you got it from us. Who? The Navy. The CIC. Us. Yeah, that's what you tell them. A guy gave you this, but you can't tell who it is because you know why. I do? Yes, Jeremy, you know why. Because they're not real? Yes, they're not real. Now you get it. You tell them it's real because nobody's going to research it. And then the people who do research it are going to be debunked anyway by the people who are trying to push this narrative forward. So don't worry about it. Just go ahead. Tell everybody this and you'll be fine. And that's what he's been doing. Jeremy is the marionette. He is being played every single step of the way. And George Knapp, his friend and mentor, is the reason. Nice friend. Without enemies. Oh, wait. How does that go? Who needs friend? No, wait. Who needs enemies with friends like that? Giddy up.
And the tools are now in place to do that. Jeremy and I are aware of some of these whistleblowers who've been standing by, ready to chime in and tell Congress and others what they know. And in fact, we know that some of them have already done so. And when this comes out, assuming it comes out, man, it's going to be an explosion.
Wait.
So, Kurt,
when it comes out, assuming it comes out? You see what he did there? He put a safeguard in. What is this hair? Yeah, I got it. Listen to what he said. I hate people that do this.
So, Kurt, what George is talking about.
Man, it's going to be an explosion. Man, it's already done so. And when this comes out, assuming it comes out, man, it's going to be an explosion.
I'll say what Jeremy's going to say. Kurt, what Knapp is saying to you is, we don't know shit. That's what we're saying. We don't know when they're going to give us the evidence. And we just know that it's supposed to be in January. Right? Right, George? George left.
So, Kurt, what George is talking about is what the whistleblower protections laws are being implemented for. We're talking about reverse engineering UFOs. We're talking about our government physically reverse engineering physical hardware.
Physically, like as in how? With magic, floating, 3D glasses? Of course, physically. Anytime they try to pump it up and make it seem more exciting than They don't, then what it is, they don't need to. It's exciting just the way it is. You don't need to pump it up. And because they're pumping it up, makes me believe it's shit on a stick like everything else they're putting out. Do you think Jeremy knows that he's a big bullshitter and nobody believes a word he says? Do you think anybody's telling him this except me? I think I'm the only one telling him that. I'm the only friend you have, Jeremy. Nobody likes you. George doesn't even like you. I know he doesn't. I can tell. Everybody can. That's why he's giving you shit on a stick. He's not giving it up. He's giving it to you to give up and give out. Isn't that funny? Yeah. How come George doesn't present it? Why are you presenting it? Because George has a career in television, I guess. Yeah. But so does Jeremy. Very confusing, but it's very simple. These are two men trying to save a career and build a career. No, let me take that back. These are two men trying to extend a career, which, by the way, they're ruining everything George has become. I have lost faith in George Knapp. I used to look up to this guy. I used to think he was on the up and up. My mind has totally shifted in the last couple of years. And that ever since Ziegfugel took over the Skinwalker Ranch, George Knapp changed. And he's just not as sincere anymore. He turned, he jumped the shark. He's in it to win it for him and nobody else. But he'll tell you differently. Why do I think that? Rich, how can you say that about George Knapp? George Knapp is one of the most respected journalists, investigative journalists in ufology, next to Linda Moulton Howdy Doody. And if you look at Linda Moulton Howdy Doody, how honest has she been? Not as forthright as we thought. Not as honest as we heard. Not as legit as she claimed. They play the same game, and they use their journalistic talents to give you a story that's all fluff and no evidence and tell you and make you believe it's actually happening. I used to look up to both of them, but over the years, you get soured when you see what's happening and things that come out. People find things out. They're not as honest as we thought. It hurts. Freaking hurts. Pale Horse Rider throwing down $5 super sticker. You think I forgot? I saw it there 5 minutes ago. Thank you very much. At 8:13, you put it down. 10 minutes ago. My apologies. I thought it was 5 minutes. Pale Horse Rider, that is a mucho gusto generoso supporto. And you are a continuing supporter of GoofOn. I appreciate it. I really do. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Yeah, it's $5. Appreciate it. Show me the footage, Corbell. Exactly that UFO chick. Exactly. All right, wait, hold on. Yeah, Sky Trash, yep. Trying to look into the chat room. Something new I'm trying for the new year. Trying to keep you guys somehow involved with every show. The 3 Bs. Wow, I'm way far back. Okay, geez. Yep, those are the 3 Bs I've always talked about. Birds, bags, and balloons. You can use that. Just put the little trademark symbol and a GoofOn after it. Whoa.
That they suspect is from another world. So we're talking about programs that are actively reverse engineering, actively exploiting these non-terrestrial technologies. That's the claim. And he's also talking about the idea that people have already utilized some of these internal mechanisms to establish where the hardware is. So this is something we have knowledge of. And we're
wait, what? Wait, I don't understand this. What did he just say? Hold on, this is weird.
The idea that people have already utilized some of these internal mechanisms to establish where the hardware is.
One more time.
Are actively reverse engineering, actively exploiting these non-terrestrial technologies. That's the claim. And he's also talking about the idea that people have already utilized some of these internal mechanisms to establish where the hardware is.
How could that be? How could you establish where it comes from? That doesn't make any sense. And I played it 3 times, and I'm relatively.
That people have already utilized some of these internal mechanisms.
Some people have utilized some of these internal mechanisms, whatever that means. What does that mean when you're talking about a UFO? Does that mean the brain of the UFO? Internal mechanisms? What the?
To establish where the hardware is.
And
so
by
this
doing
is
that,
we have knowledge of, and we're hoping that this gets out to the public because it is happening.
I hit the freaking thing 3 times. How can you figure out by back at really they reverse engineered some alien technology, some internal shit, really? And they can tell where it comes from? How? I'll tell you that's an impossibility. If somebody dropped a drone outside my window and it had nothing written on it, nothing, no serial numbers, nothing, and I back engineer it, oh yeah, this came from Philly. What? Now, turn that into a UFO dropping in my backyard. I figure I'm a smart guy, can back engineer it. Oh yeah, this came from, I don't know, let's say Andromeda. I don't know what planet, but that's where it came from. How I came up with that, don't worry about it. I back engineered it. I figured it. What is he talking about? That makes no sense. One more time.
People have already utilized some of these internal mechanisms to establish where the hardware is. So this is something we have knowledge of. And
I think what he means is who has the tech and where they are keeping it on Earth. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. I know. That's probably what he meant. It's not what he says. But that's probably what he meant. Gotcha. Yeah, you know why? Because he's explaining why he's doing this. He is explaining to CURT JAIMUNGAL what George Knapp just said. But Jeremy is mansplaining it. Isn't that amazing? That's why George Knapp got pissed and took a sip of his drink. He's like, what is Jeremy doing? I just said all that. He doesn't need to take over the conversation. Oh, what he really means, CURT, is that's very disrespectful. No wonder why he's your mentor and friend.
We're hoping that this gets out to the public because it is happening. This education is being given on the inside.
Expand on that point where the hardware is. Expand on that. What do you mean?
I'm not going to expand on that right this second, but this is something that's being told, within Congress, within the Senate Intelligence Committee, within whistleblowers coming forward, under IG investigations. They're looking into this. This is something that George and I know for sure is happening. The people involved, all the mechanics of it, and we hope it becomes public through the right channels. But it's important for people to know it's happening. This is not something theoretical.
How many times have we heard that before? How many times have we heard this before? It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. And it never happens. And nothing never comes to fruition on what they're saying. We're going back now. Let's go back to TTSA. Where is that craft they promised us? It's not going to happen. Everything that they did in the last 4 years was just to get the Arrow office, believe it or not. That's it. Now, this whistleblower thing that they passed, great. Happy New Year to you. I'm glad you got it. But it doesn't help me. It doesn't help you. And people think that is going to lead the way to more things being told. What people are forgetting to understand is, and people like Jeremy and George Knapp do this, they make it seem like it's something it isn't. Because you and I, that pilot, that government worker who saw the UFO and reports it now, it's not for you or I to hear about. That just goes into the underground vault. And now they have a record of it. And who saw it? That's it. And then once a year, Congress will pick and choose 1, 2, maybe 3 sightings, talk about it. These were the important ones. Not going to have much to look at. Probably a dot in the distance. It's not for us. That was for them to have the backing of the government to go to other countries and see what's going on behind the scenes that nobody's ever going to find out about. That's all this was. The threat assessment, everything was to get those signatures. Why was there a threat? Why are they a threat? How are they a threat? That's why Greer kept saying, tell the truth, Lou. That's why Lou didn't want to have a debate. That's why Lou chickened out and said, I don't negotiate with terrorists. He got scared. Because we, Third Phase of Moon, and Greer were about to blow it all open. When he was on Dave Scott's show, Lou was, saying all this shit, and Third Phase was pumping in questions, and Dave's asking, and he's freaking out. Lou doesn't know what the fuck to do. That was the first time we saw Lou come out from behind his protection and talk on his own. And boy, did he lose it. And ever since that experience Lou had on Dave Scott's show, he's never been the same since. And when he left TTSA, because TTSA, their promoters and everybody were keeping Lou from doing interviews with all of us. And once Lou left TTSA, Lou went on all of the small podcasts that suck his ass, that Lou will build a little Lou army with these peons. And they will fight the fight for Lou. And Lou knows that these people will respect him because he's talking to military personnel, military people, ex-military. Oh, we're all brothers in arms. No matter what Goofon says, we stay together. Goofon's not telling the truth, even though he is. And that's why Lou is bad for ufology. End of story. I have nothing else.
Kurt, my first foray into this idea, the preposterous idea that we've got craft and materials from some other world, some other intelligence, was 33 years ago with Bob Lazar. And I know a lot of your listeners will have problems with Lazar's story. I don't care anymore. I don't care. But at the time that I proposed that and presented that information in a news series, it was ridiculous even among a lot of UFO folks. Not so ridiculous anymore, because what Jeremy and I have reported over the last couple of years is
bullshit. It's bullshit. What you and Jeremy reported over the last few years is lies. Lies, lies, lies. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You shouldn't even be allowed to speak. It's embarrassing what you're doing to ufology. It is. It's downright abusive what they're doing. It is. Everything that Jeremy and George put out last year was all bullshit. And the year before. So he can suck. He can suck it, George Knapp. George Knapp is done. Put a fork in him. Jeremy Corbell's been done. He just doesn't know it yet. Hal Puthoff is putting people to sleep discussing the origins of his eye-opening ultra-terrestrial models. You want to take a look and listen to this? This will put you right to sleep if you need some sleep. I am not going to play this but a minute. It's 2 minutes and a half. I can't fall asleep right now, so just take a listen. Turn up the volume. I got mine turned up. He's a whisper away from a silent talking film.
The question is, I hear from a colleague of mine, Eric Davis, who worked for me.
Whoops.
He's now at the Aerospace Corporation. And he had mentioned that I had written a paper that's not been published, but it's been somewhat circulated on what I call ultra-terrestrials. As I said, we're just following the data. And so I've got my colleagues who say, oh my God, the aliens are here. I've got Jacques Vallée telling me, no, these are interdimensional.
Jacques Vallée. This guy, Hal Puthoff, just called Jacques Vallée. Jacques Vallée. Who does this? How does he not know Jacques Vallée's name? Jacques Vallée? What, did you just meet the guy?
No, it's these are interdimensional, you know, whatever.
Small hands.
So I decided to write down all options and put it in a paper called Ultraterrestrials and circulate it among my colleagues to say we can't overlook anything. We must not come to a conclusion before we've looked at every possibility. So who knows? Maybe there are ETs living here, they got stranded here millennia ago. Or maybe there's some aerospace corporations that's put all this stuff together and it's being hidden. Or maybe it's, maybe it's aliens. Or maybe it's, so I listed all possible, or maybe it's just time travelers from the future that happen.
Just remember this. Jacques Vallée doesn't exist. Here's an interesting video I'm going to play for you. Stephen Greenstreet. I like him. I like him a lot. The ancient aliens rabbi said a prayer on Skinwalker Ranch, and they noticed the temperature changed a little bit. They say this could be evidence of a portal. They are trying everything humanly possible to convince you, me, and Marge that there's a portal on Skinwalker Ranch. Every single time there's a video posted or something said, they bring up portal, portal, portal. Watch. This is gold, Jerry, gold.
Within a small patch of trees is Homestead 2. Arguably the most iconic location on the ranch, it's a group of abandoned and desolate buildings where families used to live nearly 100 years ago. Fugel tells me Homestead 2 is possibly the most haunted spot on the ranch, a nexus of all kinds of paranormal activity.
Unexplained phenomena, for whatever reason, seems to be focused, or at least a higher degree of it is focused in this area.
According to the stories of the Bigelow era, this place was supposedly the site of shocking paranormal things, like monster spiders, portals to another dimension, poltergeist activity. And this is the location where Bigelow investigators claim they saw the infamous Dino Beaver.
Ziegfugel is the star of this episode. I don't know. I don't know why I stopped it right there.
Fugel and his team haven't seen any monster spiders or dino beavers. They do say they have recorded strange, unknown anomalies on various scientific devices. Like
Where?
the time they brought out the rabbi from Ancient Aliens, who's written books about aliens, to say a prayer in front of Homestead 2, and they noticed the temperature changed a little bit as the Ancient Aliens rabbi said the prayer.
The rabbi said it was a chant that's supposed to open up a portal.
The rabbi said it's supposed to be a chant that opened up that portal. Now, when we started this 5 minutes ago, I was wearing just assless chaps and a hat. A cowboy hat with assless chaps and some boots. But gosh darn it, as soon as he started praying, man, did that temperature drop and my balls shrank. I tell you how to put a jacket on, it got so gosh darn cold. I love Skinwalker Ranch.
Open up a portal.
I don't know. I guess I was secretly hoping for monster spiders.
Me too. Thank you, Rebecca Wiles, throwing down $10, 10 cents on PayPal. And she said, it's a love, no comment done. A gush. A gush. Grazie. A mucho gusto. Amore. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Continuing supporter of Goof On. Good friend of the show. Michael Huntington is somebody trying to make a name for himself later. We know him. He says, shame on all of the exploitative desert contactee conferences, secret space symposiums, corporate Hollywood New Age TV productions, carnival barking podcasters, and all those who paid, promoted, or shared a stage profits with this delegitimizing con artist. You knew. And that video is Corey Good.
Mars.
Never lived on Mars. No, never said that.
You never said that you lived on Mars?
No.
Objection.
They would ship. Everything was prefabricated. Everything had been put together on Earth, designed to go together like a puzzle, puzzle by numbers. And I helped actually to build out an outpost on Mars. And we used a lot of the local materials on the surface after they had built below ground, and it was very much like this. It was much lower tech than you would expect.
Mars.
Never lived on Mars. No, never said that.
You never said that you lived on Mars?
No.
Objection.
He just did. Shell shock. Thank you for the $10 on Cash App. You can help support Goof On through, what is it? Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description and on the About page of Goof On. Thank you very much, Shell Shock. And Rebecca, both of you throwing down 10 spot. Although Rebecca had 10 cents more. Mucho gusto, amore. Gracias. Next. I don't want to talk about Corey Good. I just want to show it to you. All right, now let's get to some videos. I know we've been waiting. We're going to go a little longer tonight. So if you can hang out a little bit, thanks. We're going to go about 20 minutes, 30 minutes longer. So we'll be done by 45 minutes. If you have to go somewhere, go. Don't worry about us. We'll be here every night. It's what we do. Unless we're dying, then we're not here. But other than that. Mick West says, an interesting camera effect. A light goes behind a tree, and when it comes out on the other side, there's what looks like 5 different images. Like, actually, it's one light, then it goes past a branch, and then you see more lights. So I want you to watch this. I want to see what you think it might be, because I think I know. Watch. There it is.
What is that?
Now it's going to go past the branch.
What
and
is
look,
that?
watch. Whoop. How did that happen? How did that happen? Watch.
Oh my gosh.
Watch here. See, there it is. And you got this here. But what's going to happen now in the next split second?
What is that?
They just appear through the tree. How? How, Mommy? How? There it is. Look. See? Through the tree. I see an alien head. Do you see it? That's an alien. There's an alien right there. That's an alien. Hold on, watch. I'll show it to you. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to blow it up. That's an alien. Hold on. I'm going to show you. I know, let's just look anyway, see what it looks like. Check this out. Just watch. Hey. Oh, that was weird. All right. So let's edit. Let's move this over, Slitter. Get that over there. Pull this over here. Wait a second. It looks like, nope, there it is. I see the alien's head. See it? Right? Get out of there! Right here. That's an alien. That's what we say is alien. Now, you know there's people out there that believe that that's an alien. Not us. We're too smart for that. Yeah, that's okay. I don't want to save that. You know what that image is of? That video I just showed you? You want to know why it does that? Well, I have a theory on it because I've seen it. Watch, let's show you again. Now, the object is a white light. It's going to go beyond.
Oh my
come out.
gosh.
But
What is that?
this, you only see this over here, right? At the beginning. You just see the one light. You don't see them over here.
What? Oh my gosh. What is...
Oh, they already started appearing through. So my theory on this is a double glass pane window we're looking through. A door or something. She's not outside. And I'm just thinking that 3 feet down from her, the window, okay, here's what I'm saying. She's looking out the window, let's say. She's looking out the window. Right? Now she's over here, let's say. She's over here. And it's a double glass pane window. But down here, the double pane is picking up the image before her. So it's being thrown down the glass and sliding over in her vision. Does that make sense? Good. Let's get out of here.
What's that? What the fuck is that?
It's just an illusion.
Oh my
Let's see what Mick
gosh.
West says.
What is that?
All right, then we won't. So Mick West said, did I get rid of it by accident? I did. Don't worry about it. He thinks it might be double glass pane. He's asking for help on that one. What's this, Jesse? Looks like a car and a reflection. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good call. And thanks for the $2 just for that. Yeah, thank you. Hey, Stormwatcher 7881, goof on sucks. Thank you. Please tell your friends to come over too and tell me I suck. The more happy people like that, the better. Jesse, thank you very much for the support. You know I care. Thank you. Good job, though. Isn't that nice? People are so nice. They think that's going to hurt my... Nothing can hurt me. I've been through everything. I do suck. Yeah, I suck. I'm the worst. All right, check this out. Russia says it shot down a UFO. Did you hear about this? Yeah. Check it out. It's kind of fun, though. Hey! What is going on? I don't understand. All right, well, nothing's happening here. It says mystery object described by one local news outlet as a UFO has been shot down in the southern Russian region of Rostov. Vasily Golubev, the governor of Rostov Oblast, wrote on Telegram that a small-size object in the shape of a ball had been discovered flying in the wind at an altitude of around 1.5 miles on January 3rd. With the object spotted above the village of Sultan Sala in the region's Mysynikovsky district, Golubev said the decision was taken to liquidate it. I urge everyone to remain calm. To ensure security, all forces and means are involved. The sky is covered with anti-aircraft defenses, he added, without specifying what the object was. There it is. In reporting his comments, local news outlet Pivget Rostov carried a headline that said, a UFO in the form of a ball was shot down in the sky. Telegram channels that night described how air defense systems in Rostov had been operating. The channel Ostroza Novosti, Caution News, published a video showing the shining object flying and then exploding in the sky. Look, another one is gone, someone is heard saying in the clip, which was captioned. Another video of the work of Rostov Regional Defenses, a witness told the channel, how there was very strong explosion and that everything in the house shook. We realized that the air defense systems were in operation. Yeah, that's what they say. I don't believe it was an UFO. It could have been a lot of different things. It could have been a rocket. It could have been. Not the dancer. A rocket. There's no video to this, so yeah, there's no sound or anything. It doesn't show anything other than this. So there's a place that the UFO chick posted on Twitter today, and it's called the Line Mega City in Saudi Arabia. She says it's so radical, I genuinely can't believe it's under construction as we speak. The video shows the drone footage and gives an idea of the scale, some perspective here. It's mind-blowing. 110 miles. 110 miles, she says. So let's, I want to show you the graph. Hey! Dorothy Hawkins throwing down $10 of love. Of love. Dorothy Hawkins throwing down $10 of love. Of love. Thank you very much, Dorothy. That is all love, all night. There's no sticker. There's no comment. It's pure love. That's a super dono for the new folks here that hate me and love me and don't know about me yet. Look, I tell you what, you're on a night where I'm off. All right? Right? Am I off or am I off? I'm never off. Thanks, Dorothy. Mucho gusto. Let's give Dorothy a little something, huh? Let's give. Where'd it go? He said. Well, I don't see anything. Ben, where? Oh, there it is. Thanks, Dorothy. Haha, yeah. Mucho gusto, generoso. Check this out. This is a side view, as you would, of what they're building. So they're going to build like 3 layers. Down on the spine layer, they have the AI-enabled transport, next-generation freight operations, and ultra-high-speed transit. That goes under the service layer. It's an invisible layer of infrastructure. You won't even know it when you're on the pedestrian level layer. You may feel a rumble of something or another, I would imagine, but for all intents and purposes, people on pedestrian level don't even feel what's going on underground in the service layer. They're actually building this. It's no joke. And there's a video that goes with this, believe it or not. It's pretty cool. I'm going to show it to you here in a few seconds. It's 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 2, 1. This is amazing. This is going to change the way we live on Earth forever. So my question is, there's nothing else to show. They just showed things like that the whole time. All the streets and everything's underground. So if you want to go anywhere, you can either ride your bike where you want to go or you go underground. It's pretty awesome. I don't know if that's better or worse. So imagine you're shopping, you're walking around, you can do so many things without worrying about traffic. I can't wait till that city's done in a decade. It's going to be amazing. So it's going to take 10 years. 10 years. 20. 30? Oh, it's going to take a long time. Thank you, that UFO chick, for posting that today. I want to pull a video up for you. Oh, wow, this is unbelievable. Unreal. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Hellfire Studios throwing down. What if we hate to not love you and love to not hate you? Oh, you still donate the same amount. That's it. Just keep it the same. This way it doesn't get confusing. But I appreciate the question. It's a very, very difficult thing to think about, but I already gave you the answer. I've been thinking about this since day one. I've been waiting for you to ask that question. Thank you, Hellfire Studios, with $10. What if we hate to not love you and love to not hate you? Question. Mucho gusto, Generoso. Appreciate it. No, I do. I do. Truthology for ufology. That was the wrong one. Sorry, Hellfire Studios. We'll make it up to you. I told you that you don't put that. Now you're just being a dick. Now you're just being a dick. Don't do that. No, because we're doing this here and, oh, did I just see something pop up? Thought I saw something. Yeah, there he is. New movie coming out. Hey, look, you can see me behind him. Thanks, Hellfire. Here's a video. UFO video coming up here. This one will blow your... What is this object which accelerates? Oh, all right. Yeah. We have seen this before. One time, right? Is this the same video? Let me know. Or is this a new one of these? Watch. Is this the same one we saw?
There's different things that I've been filming in the sky. There's different types of objects, different types
saw
of
this one, right?
orbs and weird phenomena. These things in this video you can see are some sort of light orbs, and what my belief is that they're, well, I don't know if it's a belief yet, it's just a theory, is that they are partially materialized craft or beings of some kind, probably craft.
Bullshit, that's fake.
Partially materialized is because they only
That is fake. I'm going to show you why. I just saw a part that looked fake. So in this video, I would assume that we have satellites and some other objects, but when this object comes up and it meets with this one slows down the same exact time this one does. But I think because this one was so close to it, let's see if I'm
of some kind, probably
right there, it stopped. Why would this object slow down? It doesn't make sense if it's moving on its own accord, not part of this other orb that comes in from nowhere. Why would it slow down? Because it didn't. It did. It was an accident by the guy who faked this. I'm telling you, this is fake. This is not real.
Craft or beings of some kind.
Right there.
Probably craft.
And it does it again.
And why I think they're partially materialized is because they only show up as light. If you watch the documentary Close Encounters of
I'm telling you, this is bullshit, this video.
the Fifth Kind, or listen to any of the Stephen Greer stuff, this is like mentioned. He says in this podcast I was recently listening to that when these beings visit Earth, they more often than not will not fully materialize into a solid craft. Like they're
just fodder. I like the video because it looks real, but there is now I can't prove right now if that's a real video or CGI. It does look good, but there's something telling me there's something wrong with that video. I'll figure it out. No, I will. I think Into Thin Air has a video out. Jesse Morrison throwing down $5. Why do they always look like something moving in a petri? I know. Always, right? Jesse Morrison says, thank you for the $5 too. It's a great point you're making. Why do they always look like something moving in a petri dish? Because nobody gets close-ups of UFOs. They're always at a distance. And satellites, that's what these are. But I think out of all of what we just saw, there's only one real satellite in that whole video. And that's the one that it goes up with. And look, I don't know. They could all be fake. The whole thing could be fake. But then it kind of looks real. So I'll have to do a little more analysis on it. Jesse, good point. And thank you for the $5, man. Appreciate that kind of support. Dude, thank you. Didn't have to do that. Mucho gusto, generoso. Thank you, sir. Wait, do we have one for him? Well, thank you, Jesse Morrison, for the $5 super chat. And, that gush. All over 2022. Gush. Thanks, man. It's always dots. Dots, dots, dots. By the way, if you have any videos and you want to send them to me, do not send me dots. Don't. I won't even reply. Okay? I won't even reply. And you can send them to goofonradio@gmail.com. No dots. If you throw the dots, I won't even say thank you. Because here's what happens. You see it. Can you tell what it is? No. So what makes you think I can tell you what it is? What makes you think anybody can? A dot is a dot and nothing more. Now, if you have a dot and it moves rather eloquently, that I'll take a look at. Yeah. If you have two dots and they're moving quite eloquently, I'll take a look at that too. Sure, why not? The bubble, there we go. You know what I mean? Get a lot of dots, and you guys. So what do you think this is, Rich? I'm like, it's a dot. I don't know. Why would I know? Yeah, it's funny. If you can't figure it out, I can't. But if you have something that is like what I'm about to show you, send that to me. Check this video out. I've never seen it before. I'm going to say it's fake, but it's European Space Agency UFO. Logan sent this on Twitter. What is the strange object orbiting the comet P67? Some of you may know this. This was during the European Space Agency ESA mission of 2014. Check this out. I've never seen it. It looks fake, but check it out. What are we looking at here? Does anybody know this? It is Groot, isn't it? I am Groot. I am Grootus. Grootus? The Barber Beefcake. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to pull something up. Watch the rest. All right, you get the idea, right? I mean, what is that thing? 9 out of 10, it's space dust. Every so often, it's a space dildo. Kind of looked like that. Didn't it look like a blow-up doll? Kind of? Right? Well, look. Right? I mean, somebody dropped their blow-up doll, and it's floating around the moon. That's all it is. Look, it's got saggy boobs now. Big old peen. Alien head. Yeah, I don't like this one. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's real, but I'll have to take a look at it. I don't know. Even the moon looks fake. Everything looks fake on that. All right, I'm going to play this into thin air video. Wait, what is it? I2TA. This has to do with, well, I have never heard of it as bomb cyclone. But that's what they're calling this weather system. I know. Troy's like, now more dots for you. Yep. I am showing dots. But check this out. Into Thin Air always does a nice thorough job on reporting on these types of things. And yeah, it's interesting. You know, we do talk about everything here. It's not just UFOs and the paranormal. It's weather anomalies and strange anomalies, you know, cryptids and other things, you know? Talk about everything that's strange. Weather can be strange. Into thin air. Giddy up.
All right, well, today is going to be the tale of two halves. The East Coast with the North American Craton Plate clearly in motion, and then our West Coast with nearly a Category 2 strength storm about to affect Western Canada all the way down to Southern California. My friends, we're going to break this all down right here, right now. Let's go. Right, everybody, it is January 4th, 2023, and before we get into this beastly storm and the East Coast earthquakes, I want to make a quick announcement that we now have the new and improved Into Thin Air News Instagram channel up and running with content already posted. We announced this yesterday, so for those of you that use Instagram, please jump over there and subscribe. Thank you so much. And now we're going to get over to the East Coast and check out these reported earthquakes. Now, keep in mind, some of these may be sonic booms that people are reporting when they feel the ground shake, but I've checked out a few of these, and once again in Florida, before we get into the North American Craton Plate, check this out. There's two people that reported this quake. This particular one says no noise at all for the level of the ground shaking. Did research, and there was an earthquake felt in Puerto Rico as well. And this report says it felt like somebody was operating a crane, lifted and dropped the house next door to me. So as we have been reporting repeatedly, there are earthquakes going on in Florida. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know what's going on, but there's been a lot of activity in Florida over the last month or so specifically. Now you're looking at the last 2 days of anything 2.0 and higher. And I'll leave the link for you guys to go read the reports on each of these quakes. But the point is that there is a pattern going on here along the North American Craton Plate. We spoke about this in the past, and we've been seeing more and more earthquakes. Not just individual earthquakes, but certain spots are getting swarmed. You can see there's groupings of them in specific spots. Also a lot along the New Jersey, Long Island area, southeastern New York. But again, when you compare it to the North American Craton Plate and the chart, you see a pattern of these reported ground-shaking earthquakes, or whatever they may be, following the exact contour of the North American Craton Plate. Now, that is not a coincidence. Now, again, this is the last 2 days. If I go to 24 hours, you can still see that just within the last day, we are still seeing the same exact pattern. Another thing I found very interesting was over the last 2 days, the earthquakes going along the coast of the Gulf of Mexico. You do not see that too often. That's within the last 48 hours. Basically, each state from Texas all the way to Florida along the Gulf has reported some sort of earthquake. Now, again, you're not going to get much from the USGS on these quakes. That's why I use different sites, specifically volcanodiscovery.com, because people come on here and report what they feel. You don't really get that with the USGS, but with this type of data, you actually get people on the ground that are feeling these things, so we know that they're happening. Not to mention the seismographs that actually pick up the shaking. So it's not just these odd earthquakes that have been taking place in Florida that we've been talking about. It's the entire northern part of the United States, and once again, that term, the North American Craton Plate. You can literally see these quakes outlining the edge of it. And with that said, we have something else to talk about. A bomb cyclone taking place in the west. This is crazy. Take a quick listen to this.
A massive storm, this is what's known as an atmospheric river, is set to bring widespread flooding to an already waterlogged area of California.
Now, very quickly, I want to go over what the bomb cyclone term means. It means a low pressure system dropping 24 millibars within a 24-hour period, making it very strong. That's why we were basically talking about this thing being equivalent to a Category 2 hurricane. National Weather Service warns California as bomb cyclone approaches. You can literally see people preparing for this by filling sandbags to help the flooding because this place is already so saturated. California's been getting some of the heaviest rain it's seen in years. And I'll leave you guys with this because my next video will be about the outcome of what happens after this storm. But you can see right here, 984 millibars, which will drop to 963. As I said, equivalent to a Category 2 hurricane. We also have a low pressure system up near Western Canada at 977. But take a look at what happens over the next day. day. This thing quickly approaches the West Coast and then just completely opens up. And that's where most of the severe weather is going to be, is right down in this area. Some areas will get hit harder.
That's where
than
Blake
others,
and
but
Brent
the
are going to
point
be.
is that we're seeing that 964.
Today,
that
I think
is
they're there.
absolutely huge.
Tomorrow.
And then as we continue to
today.
move forward, it breaks off into a 970 millibar low pressure system for Western Canada after already decimating parts of California. This will include Oregon and as far south as Los Angeles. All right, my friends, as I said, the next video will be about the
Wow. So, my God. Yeah, they're having landslides. I was watching the LA news when I got home. I was turned on that LA news on because I get every channel in the United States. And they had a rock slide. I think it was on up the Hollywood, going towards the Hollywood sign. There was a boulder, I think, that went off the side of the mountain. They were talking about exploding it into a million pieces to move it. It's pretty cool. But they're having some rains, and it's not letting up. And Into Thin Air, I'll put that link to Into Thin Air's video in the show's description as soon as the show is done. So you guys can go to Into Thin Air and check out any other videos that have been uploaded there. There's a ton of them. It's a great channel. About 52,000 subscribers. Not too shabby. Hey, I'm a 1/5 away. I'm almost at 10. Now, did we get any more subscribers today? Did we? I mean, since the show started. I want to see if we got any more subscribers since the show started. Let's take a look. Here we go. All right, go there. I have to go in the studio. Let's see. How could that be? Check this out. I lost 70. Well, before the show, it said, for me in the studio, it said 96.66. But that's what I said or 96.54. And then for you guys, it said 95.57 or something. It was really off. Anyway, so it looks like they're just getting the numbers back to normal. So I got 17 subscribers since we started the show. Not bad. I'll take it. Oh, wait. No, wait. That's not it? Hold on. It's not it. Yep, that is it. All right. Well, why'd you say it wasn't? That's weird. Hold on. I'm checking something out. Okay. All right. So we've got some couple more things to go over. I want to play this small clip for you. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Check this out. This is an unknown object photographed in Colwyn Bay, UK, back in 2014. Another one from 2014. Look at this UFO. Is that something or what? I don't know what that could be. I bet, man, I don't know. I bet you it's just the angle we're looking at it. Let's see. Whilst out walking on the beach in Llandulis at approximately 7 a.m., I had to stop to watch some seabirds diving down into the water about 30 meters off the shoreline. As I watched, a weird solid structure appeared in the sky above them to the north and moved slowly towards the beach. I thought at first it was a balloon, but it was very solid and metal looking. I quickly grabbed my mobile phone and took a picture of it as it turned left and moved in an easterly direction. It looked like it had a pair of dipped wings or something hanging down from it on each side, but it was also a bit pointed at the front. It made a slight humming sound, and it had white and blue lights that seemed to glow or pulsate. As it turned to the east, they changed to a yellow color. I would say that I watched it for approximately 90 seconds, and as it moved down the coastline, it did seem to change shape slightly. It then just disappeared about a mile away from my position at the beach. There were a couple on the beach who may have saw it too, because they walked behind me as I was watching it. I think they were foreign, but I'm familiar with aircraft. This was 100% no helicopter or fixed wing craft. It was certainly no weather balloon because it was moving in a controlled manner. Wow. That's what they saw. Here's my thing. When you open up your phone, it takes the same amount of actions to take a picture and to take a video. Open the phone, go into photo, camera, video, open the phone, go into camera, picture. Why do people who capture these type of craft, these great ones, never decide to choose video? Yes, it was 2014. Yes, there were good cameras. Good enough. I mean, the iPhone came out, what, 2006? So, or 4 or whatever? No. That's an airplane. Here's a discussion with Gary P. Nolan. I just want to play a little bit of this. This was a discussion with Gary Nolan on UFO Thinker podcast, analyzing UFO materials, consciousness, government secrecy, etc. Take a listen to where I start this.
Because it's just speculation. See, there's a difference between speculation where you have some credible path to understanding it versus things where somebody say, the moment they see something, oh, it's searchlights, and that's the end of it. Well, you can't say credibly, oh, it's searchlights, unless you provide a credible path for how those searchlights got there.
Thank you.
You can't say it's space trash without saying how, what is your proof? Any proof.
So then how can you say that those are UFOs? You have no proof. You have to explain why it's a UFO. Splash, splash. Explain to me why this blob of shit on the screen in FLIR video, I have no detail, no reference to anything other than this smudge on the screen. Guilty. Everybody's guilty of it. Nobody has clear UFO footage except for probably the military. Why don't citizens have it? Why don't I have it? Why don't you have it? Because it's very hard to be at the right place at the right time with the right camera. It's very, very difficult. And that's what makes me mad when people claim they got a picture of this UFO. Well, why didn't you take the video? I bet they took the video, but they know it wasn't a UFO, That's how I think nowadays, because that's what people do. They only show you the portions they want you to see because they want to feel special. How can people live with a lie? I don't get it. It's something, when somebody does a hoax like Fat Tony did, he has been getting away with lying for so long. He's comfortable trying to pull shit over on people. He feels invincible. And that's what a lot of these hoaxers do. They'd never been called out before. People always went along with their lies. Well, not anymore. Right? That's why these people put this shit up. They're compulsive liars. And they think they can get away with it. Yeah, there's a few people out there who just do it for fun. But I'm talking the people like Bledsoe, for instance. That guy's got no proof. But you ask Bob, I don't know, what's his name? Bob, whatever his name is. What is his name? Science Bob. He says, because he spent 5 days over at Bledsoe's, he swears everything's real. Let me spend the night there. All I need is one night. I'll figure it all out. See, because some people like Bob, Science Bob, are so wanting to believe and don't have the balls to tell a liar to their face that I don't believe you. I don't believe what I'm seeing. Always with the don't want to offend. Why are people so afraid to offend the guy who's lying to you? He's already making a mistake by taking you out and lying to you, and you're afraid to call a hoaxer out? Come on, man. Come on.
Proof that it might be space trash. You might just as well say it's flying elephants, right? I mean, you have to have, science speculation isn't completely open-ended. You can't claim it's anything. There has to be some narrow set of criteria by which you can come to a particular conclusion or speculation, not even a conclusion. And so that's where I have problems with some of the skeptics, that they just immediately, within 10 minutes of seeing something that comes online, they say, oh, it's a seagull.
You want to know why, Gary? Because a lot of people have been in the field who've actually done real research, who've actually recorded this stuff and made the same mistakes over and over and over, instantly know what a seagull looks like when it's photographed and it's moving and it's got the wings are at its side and it looks like a bullet flying through the air. Yeah, fool you, not me. I just hate it when people do that. Within 10 minutes, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. 1 minute to look at that picture and say, oh, come on. And then he's like, you're going to tell me it's a bird and you're not going to explain how? Well, you're going to tell me that's a UFO? You're going to have to explain how. See how it works? He only wants it his way. He doesn't like it when it's turned on him. I don't like it when people don't agree with me, is what he's saying. I don't like it when the debunkers automatically say something and they're wrong. Usually they're right. What I don't like it either, Gary. I don't like it when these guys debunk shit but don't tell us why. You can't just say it. Well, I'll tell you why. Because it's not easy. If I was to sit here and look at a video and say, like the moon video, and I say that's CGI, right now I should be showing you why it's CGI. But I don't have the actual film, the original. I don't even know if, well, I didn't set up to do it. Take a minute to get the software set up and all that shit. I guess we could. We could do it. Just takes time. I don't want to do a debunk on the show like that unless I'm prepared to rip it apart and show you and do just a small portion video like Mick West does. Maybe I should. Maybe we should start doing little videos like that. That's what we got the show for. I'm done with Gary Nolan for tonight. So let's move on. We have nothing showing UFOs are alien origin, defense official says. Wow. And this was put out today. So far, data has not shown unidentified anomalous phenomena to be from an alien source, according to defense officials. Well, of course. Unidentified objects in the sky, sea, and space pose potential threats to safety and security, particularly for operational personnel, Aero Director Sean Kirkpatrick said. As noted at the round table, Aero, which was provided for in the 2022 National Defense Authorization Act established in July and replaced the former Navy-led Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, is working with other agencies to improve its data collection on UAPs. We know. All right, oh God, it's all they do. Stop promoting. Fuck. Check out this picture from, I believe, 67. Look at this. I don't know what this was a phenomenon that was happening back then. And this is from Alien Resistance Club. Posted this on Twitter about a week ago. I just never talked about it. But here we are again. Look at this. They got pictures of these, I don't know, tube-like things. This one's cool right here. I wish I could blow that up. I'm going to blow this one up here. It looks like the Leaning Tower of Pizza. Now let's blow that up. I want to see this thing up close. This is interesting, this one. All right, let's open this. Screenshot. Yep, let me pull you guys in so you can come along. Check out what's going on. Here we go. And And we're going to take a look at this picture right here. Okay. Wow. Cool, man. That's all right. That is three-dimensional almost, right? I dig it. I knew that was cool looking. Man, you know what that looks like? That looks like... Oh, let me show you what it looks like. Check this out. Do I still have it up? Nah, I don't have it up. I don't have it. Do I? No. Nope. All right, let's move on. I want to play some clips from this. This is from the Jake JAIMUNGAL. Did I say Jake? He should be Jake JAIMUNGAL. From now on, he's Jake now. CURT JAIMUNGAL show. But it's not. This is from Theories of Everything. This is when Eric Weinstein and Mick West were on together, bumping heads. I don't know why I have it here. I can't remember why I set this clip up, but it's been sitting here for a few days. So let me just pull this up and play it, see what happens.
I have any particular history of...
This is where he did the shoulder shimmy, right? Yeah, all right, I'm over that. All right, let's see. Why are there so many sober UFO witnesses? What? I don't understand that. What does that mean?
The word leaves. Yeah. So that somehow the leaves create triangles, and then you have this confluence between people who claim to have seen a very conserved triangular craft. I have heard many of these stories now from pretty sober people.
Yeah.
And I would never have heard any of these stories until I was willing to make myself stupidly vulnerable to this topic, saying, geez, I thought this was all BS. Having now opened myself to that, I cannot explain how many highly conserved stories I've heard from various people that don't show any interest in being public, don't seem to be happy about the fact that they have pieces of information that distress them. It's pretty weird for, yeah.
But I think, this is something that has historically been the case. And I think it perhaps might tell us something more about people than about what's going on up in the sky. There was a famous ufologist, J. Allen Hynek, who used to be a debunker for the government. And his job was really to investigate things and figure out what they were and explain them to the public. But over time, he became convinced that there was something to it. And he largely became convinced from the eyewitness accounts of a number of people. But on the way there, he did a lot of research into how easy it is for people to make mistakes. And he interviewed a lot of people who were very convinced that they saw something, but he also managed to resolve what it was that they actually saw. And this is something that we see time and time.
Okay, I want you to watch this. And then we're going to end it here in a few minutes. But can you just look at Mick West? Watch how many times he blinks. This is very strange.
Well, something more about people than about what's going on up in the sky. There was a famous ufologist, J. Allen Hynek.
Here it comes, there.
Who used to be a debunker for the government. And
what is he
his
doing?
His job was really to investigate things and figure out what they were and explain them to the public.
Is this Morse code?
But over time, he became convinced that there was something to it. And he largely became convinced from the eyewitness accounts of a number of people.
I don't, he's doing this. Too, he's double blinking. Yeah, he does have a good toupee Weinstein. Best toupee in ufology. I don't think that's a toupee. It looks like it could be, but it's not. Even he's laughing at that. I'm going to, just to end the show, I'm going to show you some more videos from my trip. Here's part of the storm. I'll show you this one. This is pretty good. That's when the storm just got in, I think. That's the front of it.
Look at all the birds.
I'll give you the video.
Michael's calling.
Don't take it yet. Here,
Hold on. Hold on. I had to stop the call from coming in.
Let me, you want to do something Brett will film you with this?
No, do what? What do you want me to do?
Just talk, huh? Just say that you're in a storm?
Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. We're talking about figuring out. I'm like, what do you want? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What is this? Let me see what this is. Oh, this is the new camera perspective in the new car. I don't know what's going on here.
Where are we going?
But I like this new perspective. The camera's all the way to the side.
Where? We got the NDA approved, right? The Non-Disclosure Act.
NDAA.
And the NDAA is now approved. Whistleblowers can say what they want, and they won't be designated. If a pilot, they won't have to fly a desk anymore, or be demoted, or fired, or lose their pension. These are sane people seeing insanely strange things. Now, my problem with that is, where's all the data? See, I think the FAA, they've got more data on UFOs than the military or any government combined. I think there are so many anomalous sightings that aren't reported, that are recorded though, on radar. And I believe pilots are, I don't know about now, but everybody's got a smartphone. So I would assume if you were a pilot and you saw something in the sky, you would take out your cell phone and start recording. How many of those videos are out there?
That video is about 12, 13 minutes long. I'll post that in with the other video for the members. But that's one of the videos I put together there, and on the way to Gainesville. And I still haven't shown you the videos from all of them yet from the other trip when I was in St. Augustine. Still got all that to do. I'll show you a little bit of St. Augustine. You didn't see this. It's a nice little city.
Diddy do. Da 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 da. No, it didn't, did it?
I don't know. We're just driving. St. Augustine was kick-ass, actually. Such a nice little quaint town. It was active, too. Come on, play it. Come on.
I know. I love that.
Helicopter pilot got back.
That was 2 years ago. Yeah.
That was crazy. The guys that landed got fucking confirmation.
That was good times. Real fun stuff.
All right. That's not so exciting. Yeah, let's go to the ocean. You guys saw the ocean a little bit. Show you a little more. What the helmet? This is the Atlantic Ocean from St. Augustine.
He's honest.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I love this.
Oh, look at that.
Because of the, I'm assuming they brought in a lot of gravel and extra sand because there were 3 different colors out there. You can see the brown over there because of the hurricanes that came through, and I think they eroded a lot of the shoreline.
Look at this. Look at the sunset. Oh, man. It's coming.
That was the day after it rained all day and was like the coldest weather they had in 40 years. No, it didn't hit yet. The coldest weather was on the way. That's right. It just rained all day the day before. Yeah, it was cold.
We're going in the ocean.
There was 2 to 3 foot waves, I found out.
It goes
I
on
thought they
for
were
a
5
long
foot
way.
waves, but
it's pretty cool.
Blake and Brent are surfers, and they definitely know waves.
Thousands of miles.
There's a defining line in the clouds, though, right there. It's so wild. See that? There it is, defining clouds.
My camera's
it's
glitching.
clear.
I got to get a new phone.
That guy's a giant.
Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I love the beach. Man, the camera's just jumping all over. It does it this. I can't see it when I'm recording. It doesn't do that. Let's see if it still does it. I'll end it there. 3, 2, 1. It goes. All right. It's not working. Well, that's it for tonight. I can't believe it went 2.5 hours as in this state. But it got my mind off things. And thank you very much for hanging out tonight. Wow. Thank you for all the super chats and super stickers, Cash Apps, PayPals. I'll make sure I didn't miss any here. All right. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out tonight. The newcomers, thank you very much for joining up. Don't forget to like, share. Well, nobody shares the show, but at least like it. Subscribe. We got to try to get 10,000. We're never going to get there at this rate. I can't wait to see what 10,000 subs look like on GoofOn. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out. And we'll be back. What's tomorrow? Saturday? I don't know if I'm going to keep doing Saturday at 5 o'clock. You know, the Saturday for the UK. It's really a bad time. 5 o'clock's just like not good for me. So we'll see. Tomorrow we'll be back either 5 or 7. I don't know. But thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Don't forget to tell everybody hi. And we are... Oh, truthology for ufology is what I was trying to say. Yeah. And thanks, everybody, for hanging out and all the well wishes and all that stuff. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of love in the GoofOn community, third phase communities. More love than there is hate. Way more love. And I wish people would see that we're not about bashing or hurting. We're just about truthology for ufology. That's it. So with that being said, alien bless. Until tomorrow, have a good night.
There's a good thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies over Jerusalem, and why did it sound as treasured sites in Christianity?
What you just said
is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul. What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Warning. Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying object.